Do you ever watch EastEnders and think, only in Walford would this happen? Well, next week, we've got one of those moments lined up. On Monday, 29th September 2025, episode 7197 at 7:30 p.m. on BBC One, Peter Beale takes centre stage with a stunt that could either win him the love of his life or blow up in his face. Imagine walking into the Vic for a quiet drink, only to find the whole place decked out for your own surprise wedding. That's the gamble Peter's making with Lauren, and it's got me on edge already. Now, Peter's no stranger to big gestures. Sometimes they land, but more often than not, they miss the mark. Lauren has only just settled back into Walford, and now Peter wants to lock her into forever in front of the whole square. To me, that feels less romantic and more like pressure. And then there's Penny, who's already been staring with comments that cast doubt on their relationship. That's bound to be echoing in Lauren's head as she walks through those pub doors. I can't help but wonder, is Peter about to make the biggest mistake of his life, thinking he's fixing things? Meanwhile, over at the Slaters, Stacey's story is pulling at my heart again. She'd been planning a fresh start abroad, but Lily dug her heels in and said she wasn't going anywhere. And let's be honest, when Lily decides something, she usually gets it. So Stacey's now saying she'll stay in Walford too. But watch her face, she doesn't look at ease with that choice. Fans will know Stacey has a history of putting her kids first, even when it tears her apart inside. And Lily, sharp as a tack, can see right through her mum's brave smile. I've got this gut feeling Stacey's decision isn't about what she really wants, it's about keeping the family together. And while that sounds noble, it could come back to haunt her. Then there's trouble bubbling under the surface with Okie. He finds himself in the middle of a gang clash and it goes violent. It's gritty, raw, and the kind of danger that creeps up in Walford when you least expect it. Harry steps in to help clear up after the attack, but in doing so, he ends up missing Peter's big moment, and that lands him right in Gina's bad books. The thing with Harry is he always tries to do the decent thing, but it never quite works out the way he plans. Instead of being the hero, he gets blamed, and this time it might cost him his relationship. It's one of those storylines that shows how even a small choice can spiral in Walford, leaving cracks that take months to heal. So here's what matters. The week of 29th September to 2nd October is loaded with emotion. You've got Peter risking everything on one huge public proposal. You've got Stacey battling her own heart while trying to hold her family together. And you've got Harry, who might lose Gina just by trying to do the right thing. That's classic EastEnders. Love, loyalty, danger, and heartbreak all tied into the same week. And as a fan, I'm torn myself. Part of me wants Lauren to say yes just for the shock factor and to see what happens next. But another part of me thinks Peter hasn't really changed enough to deserve that yes. And Stacey, my heart aches for her because you know she'll keep sacrificing until there's nothing left. So what about you? When Monday night's episode lands, do you think Lauren will say yes just to keep the peace? Or will she stand her ground and call Peter out? And do you think Stacey's making the right choice staying behind for Lily? Or is she setting herself up for more heartbreak? I'd love to hear your thoughts, so drop them in the comments. And while you're here, don't forget to give the video a like, subscribe if you enjoy chatting soaps, and tap the bell so you don't miss the next spoilers. Trust me, autumn in Walford is about to get a whole lot louder.